Hello, now then, welcome back. This is episode 17 of our Emberpelts playthrough on the Hiding from the Rainstorm map, and we're going to finally fix the bot problem, which isn't really a problem because they don't exist, but they will exist by the end of this. Let's just get everyone running around. We carved out this cave last time, and we are going to finish this off. So right now we're just going to lay in this with a ton of power, and obviously an assembler. They will get to this at some dear sweet time in the future. Before they get too invested, though, I think I might tweak some things around just a slight bit. There is obviously a massive space under here, which is going to be handy for these guys, because we're going to need quite a bit of stuff. So we'll just start at the side and work our way through, where we can, obviously. And we can get the assemblers in here. Don't really want that many to be done yet, but it'll be okay. And again, we're just going to put in the power here. I think this will be a bit easier for us to sort of lay it in to be able to get to all of this. No, it's like one there and one here, because I think we're going to need the juice. And doing that should mean that they can get that done pretty sharpish. We'll just build these two bits first because, you know, they're going to literally wait till the last second, given it was the last thing, and then they'll be either trapped or can't reach it. So that will fix up a lot of the problems before they begin. Just need to tidy up some of this shenanigans. We still need to get these trees out, don't we? So, yeah, let's just finish tidying up. Lumberjack flag in here. Just build that, get someone in it. This should all still be marked for cutting, which it is. And we need the bits that are going to build this. So, basically, it's gears, planks, metal blocks, which we're going to do with big storages, I think, is the future. So, again, we'll just throw these in. Can't go there, unfortunately, but hopefully they'll get around to that pretty quick. I do believe it's the same for them all. If I remember rightly, let's just go find them. Yep, so planks, metal, gears. Yep, that's fine. Let's just get... Make sure they concentrate on getting these at the back picked up first. Then they're out of the way, otherwise they will disappear into nothingness, and that will not be ideal. Hopefully someone comes in and just takes this out for us. Too far, you say? Okay, well... Convoluted path is a go. Just wondering, actually, if... this would actually be better here. We are obviously designing on the fly, but if that was like that, we could put bad tide approaching, no biggie. Of course, this area at the back is kind of now redundant, but that's going to be fine. I guess you want to be heads. We will need a giant tank in here. I'm hoping that we have enough headroom for getting this in. Which we should have. That should keep that well watered. Probably... I don't think it needs to be a massive tank to feed those, so we may just put that in. I would very much like for these trees to be gone, but that shouldn't take them too much longer. And these guys should actually be able to dump all that straight into this. That'll be ideal for us. That's gone forever. Guess they didn't pick it up, but that's okay. This tree gets picked up, please, come the morrow. While we wait for that, let's see how we're doing over here. So last time we also laid this in, which some say is probably a bit complicated for what we need it to do, but this is where we're going to move some of the extra bits and pieces down here. Wherever they are. Can't find them. Here they go. So this is kind of useless when the water stops coming in, which will be soon, because obviously we'll be in a bad tide. Or a drought. This stops. So we're going to have to basically rely on engines to do this for us, which we have obviously one underneath here. It may peek out the top, but apparently it doesn't matter, so it's going to be all good from that point of view. So underneath here, we've got 2 engines already, so that's going to be fine. They should be able to get to this when they've finished down here. We should have everything. Yeah, we do. So there's 1,000,000 tons of that. So that tree's now gone. There is nothing for this guy to do, so let's just pause that, get it emptied, get rid of this and this. And once that's empty, all of these should end up in here. Just join that to that for now. Big storage. Now this can be for gears. So that's the raw goods in front of this thing. We also now need to put something in for the bits that are going to power the bots, which are all of these anyway, so let's just duplicate those. If we're going to have that gap anyway, let's do it this way then. Somewhat make that efficient. That'll please them not having to walk quite as far. There's you for gears, and you will be for the bits, so... And tidy this up just a tiny bit. You can be for the limbs, you can be for the heads. Probably overkill, definitely overkill, 100% definitely overkill. But that should keep everything ticking along quite nicely. And it's close enough, so we don't need to worry too much about having them run around to the ends of the earth to fix all of that, so that'll be okay. Right, so we just need some juices over here to power that, and for that... I think we will do something along those lines. Probably just rip all of this out, to be fair. It's not particularly needed. Yes, let's just make sure that we have no issues with any bad juice. They should be running fine, which it looks like it is. Cool beans. Right, back to the pits. Where was we? Down here. Storages. All the storages. And we'll just say this is for fuel. I can power both this and whatever the bots are going to need to be in here, as I believe the bots just need fuel to run. Looking at that, yes. That's empty, that can go away. They're still picking all of this up. We could probably just say, get this done as soon as possible, please. Not really wanting that much of a wiggle on these just yet. So this one engine here, it's going to need two to keep it going, so that's fine, but we should have some overhead in there, that's okay. And I'll pick all of that up for us, that's ideal. We've still got quite a bit of stuff to lay in. There was somewhere. Took this out, but we'll put it back in. I don't know if we need it for anything, but it's fine. This is still going in to have whatever that juice is for. Don't believe it's needed for anything, but we'll find out soon. Once this is done, that's all full, and I guess we're full on everything else. There are other places they can go, so that's okay. These will never get picked up, so goodbye to those. You can get all of that. You can get that, so cool. Alright. So we can ignore that for now. One thing I did want to do is fix housing, because it's kind of a mess. I say kind of, it's very much a massive mess. It needs something doing to it to make it a bit prettier. What that is, I'm not sure, but we will figure something out. We also need to get something up here if we're ever going to get this here Tribute to Ingenuity installed, which we're not far from a science point of view. I mean, it's 800 away. It's kind of a distance, but it's going to need something to power it too, so it's probably just a chance for a small engine and a long network of power running up the back here. I kind of want to shift the housing somewhere else. That somewhere else is, I'm not sure, but I think we probably need to say goodbye to some of these things down here. Delete them. Maybe come up with some fancy housing. And what do these do? Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Don't know what they were, but here's what it is. We haven't really looked at what all we can do in this area, so we've just been building the big ones. Let's have a look. So that's 18, that's 9. The billionaire mate's house. And the standard lodges, which we've had since day one. So what have we got bed-wise? Not a great amount, to be honest, but yeah, it's just a bit horrible. I think what we'll do is maybe flatten this hill out here. We'll get someone up this area, which there should... There's no real space for. That's fine. Let's just plan ahead for that. Kind of cuts us off everywhere. But let's get rid of all of it. And then we'll do some blasting. I think that's all the trees. Might help the farms a little bit down here as well. We could probably begin to unplant this actually, which, you know, is probably not a bad idea. Let's just say we'll retire these farms. Pull out what you can. And then we won't worry about it any further. How are they coming up here? So they are getting on with it, finally. That's good to see. Bit of a convoluted mess underneath, but that'll be okay. Well, all the planks are gone, so that's good. So they must have moved their way back up here. So yeah, that's not the best, but it'll be okay. So where are the builders? Okay, good. You are building those. Cool beans. Right. Bit of a distance for them to go. That's probably because there's no storage up here for any of the other major building stuff. I think they've all been ripped out everywhere else. Yeah, I think we will... Cool, that's leaking as it should be. Let's just get rid of this. Empty that. Don't need those anymore. Just tidying up, making things a little bit easier for these guys to get around. Could do with duplicating this to go somewhere, I don't know, let's say... put that there. Put this here. Duplicate that. Let's just bump these up so they get moved. Bit of a mess for them, but it'll be okay. We'll cope. So I'd like them to concentrate on getting these bits done, and then I suppose those, and this, and this, and this, and everything else under the sun. We don't need any more explosive. I think this guy should be running fine. Are you flooded? What's up with you? Are you underneath? Yeah, okay. That's the other problem with this down here, is it floods when this surges just a little bit. Probably because these are set a little bit too high for it, but... we could fix it quite easily. Just put a little bit of a wall across the back here. Which, I suppose, thinking about it, is the best way to deal with this, so let's just do... and just mark this as and when. And that'll resolve that issue of this flooding down here. Alright. Trees are not looking too hot, but we have plenty in storage, so no issues there. Okay, so this is now covered. And we're going to need to fix this area just a little bit more, so let's get rid of that. Empty that. If they come back in, get that sorted for us, that'd be wonderful. Cool beans. Right, so this is now fully complete. Now we're going to run the power up the back here. We have... This is unconnected. Why are you unconnected? You shouldn't be unconnected. Thought you were connected in. Ah. Well, there's your problem. Do me this, please. And that should boost that up quite nicely for us. So power's now run up to the top. Everything's connected underneath here, so we should have 2,000 power down here, which is not going to be enough if we're going to shift all of this. So we're going to need some more power up top anyway. No biggie. It's not going to be too much of a hardship for us. It's in, but not powered. Why is that? Do these not do power underneath? Ah. Well, well, well. That's going to be interesting. Alright, let's figure out how to deal with this. So, to get the power working, we need to obviously do that in this instance. I don't think we can get over the top of this. Maybe we can. Alright, bit convoluted, but seems like it's doable. Let me put the path in, so I guess it's fine. Must be, because I can walk under here. Alright, fine. That'll do, that'll connect these up. Let's just give this a priority bump, because connecting these together is going to be beneficial for the beavers. Alright, so, again, going to be a bit convoluted, but power on the top up here. We have to be mindful of where these things can connect in. I may just say it's just as easy to do that. Leave that free just in case we want to put more in. I mean, we can't connect them anyway, so goodbye to those. And if we're going to say that is that way, we can do that. We can run the power down this way, this side, and they should be able to reach all of it. So these things don't need power, but we do need more squeezers, so let's tidy up after ourselves just there. They're under there, that's fine. Finally got that in, so we should be building up on that, which is okay. So the powerhouse is done. We just need to figure out storage now, so everything that's up here needs to move over here as well, as storage is going to be important for these guys. Let's just... if we say to do... I'll just duplicate these to save me from having to put in all of the details. It's a bit of a convoluted way of doing it, as everything is that I seem to do. But get those in. Just say goodbye to these. And what I actually think is going to be the better idea to do is to rip out this path. In the end, we didn't need it. Let's just do that. Do it that way, I think, is going to be the way forward for us. Which means we don't need to build any of this noise. Not that it does anything, but with that connected, we can move these back, though. We will have a plan at some point, don't worry. Yes. What is it? B. It doesn't matter, I'll just put them in. Food. The bakery can live there, there, and there. With the pies, with the peppers, with the beets, and cornbread. They're connected to the power network, but that doesn't really matter. I think we will just give this a bump. And that way they're not going to get too obsessed with getting rid of all of it. I would like all of this collecting before it disappears into the void. It's got good stuff in it. Right, so let's just do a quick look on what these guys need. So we need wheat flour, apples, charcoal, peppers, tomatoes, charcoal, corn. Yes, it's just basically all these, isn't it? So, okay. What are you? Tomatoes. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck. Let's just put that there. That's all of these storages done. Let's just set these to empty so that we don't put anything else in them. We do need charcoal and one up here. Fuel is underneath here anyway. Canola, maple. There's the fuel. So that should be able to bring us round and into this quite nicely. Let's put that path in just so they can get to that and get a bit nice and fed. We do need another one of these. I think we can put the charcoal maybe in this. Does charcoal go in the other type? Probably. Thanks, autosave. Ah yes, you would be the awkward one that's too tall. Do we go with that? What's in these? These 1200? Yeah, alright. Let's do that then. You could be the charcoal. We do have these guys down here. So this guy's making bricks. Charcoal. Okay, they're both making bricks. Alright, so let's fix that. I don't think we have any charcoal at this point then. We have some, but not a lot. Okay, fine. So, let's just double check with this. Nice, what do you want? Coconut oil's underneath, maple syrup's underneath, charcoal's going to go there. Tomatoes, peppers, corn, apples. We do need one for peppers. And that should, I think, be all of the good stuff that needs to be down here. Take them a while to build, but that's okay. That can get emptied as well and go anywhere it needs to be. So we just need a place now for the finished goods. Now those, I think, would be better served not being necessarily up here in big storages anyway. Rice, peppers, beets and cornbread, which I suppose live in all of these. Yes, they do. Grilled corn, where do you live? Let's just find where that is. Didn't want that one, I wanted this one. Storage, grilled corn. Ah, yes. So this is the kind of thing I'm thinking, so that the finished goods are down here. Again, it's not the most super efficient location for them to live, but I guess if we get all of the raw goods built up here, again, it's going to take a while, but we can then work on the finished goods after that. It'll take them a long time. And again, all this is logs and planks and everything else in between. Have the logs. Are any of these empty? No. Never mind. Right, down here, we can retire these. Ah, missed some. Or are we just full? We could just be full. Yeah, alright. Fine. We are going to need a place for wheat as well, aren't we? What have we got? You've got nothing. Bell peppers is going to be coming into here. So we'll have a lot more storage in there, that's okay. Seeds need sorting out, so let's... Okay, so we need more of these anyway, so... Just lay that for now. So you can be... cornmeal when we get some. You're going to get more anyway. Go for the wheat. You could be for the processed wheat, because you need to be up here as an ingredients. Seeds, yeah, I suppose. Corn we've got a ton of anyway, so that's going to have one. Three, 4, 5, 7. There's more than that here, but that's okay. Looking at these bits and pieces in here, I believe this is probably done. And it is. Fantastic. So our first bot is probably on his way. That's got everything but gears, because they are out of them, which is a problem. because they're all paused. Let's fix that. Gonna need to get that production up and running as well, so that's okay. Someone in here. Looks like the first body's produced. That's good to see. Welcome, Emberbot number 1. You can get on it. Thank you very much. Do that. That should give this guy a bit more access when that's built. You don't need to exist either. Don't believe anyone can actually reach that, but we'll find out soon. That's this guy. Okay. These will all go in, and then we will take an assessment of where we are with the stuff. The juices are slowly creeping up, that's good. Water's fine. That's not going to be a problem. They should get emptied pretty sharpish once they're empty. Let's get rid of that. Just get that picked up. It's clean and tidy and out the way. Yes. What have I done? What have I done? That's wrong. That's right. Probably not worth... if we put more squeezes up here... Although looking at the numbers, they may be okay. If the squeezes were going up here, we'd probably need to rejig that slightly. Let's just take this guy out. Make the paths a little bit more... bit more dirty. Started that yet? No. Take that out as well. I think the best way to do, just to give us a bit of extra space up here. Yes, there's a bit of waste, but it's not too bad. It's not the worst it could have been anyway, put it that way. So the underground, big storage for that can just go here. Plus it gives us opportunity to use this side, so this was charcoal. And I guess if we're doing that, we may as well say that bricks can go into... Apparently not that. Alright, well, we'll make that clay. Bricks of this thing. Alright, fine. Okay, okay. Let's... go with that. You can be the bricks. May bring this forward actually, and then it would give us an opportunity to properly do this rather than cover this side. Actually, let's give him some excitement down here. I think that's going to be good. Let's Which direction is this? Let them know what time it is. The decoration, the clock can go on top. Like so. And then we'll just put bushes here and here, and then fire on top. I say on top, next to it. That should give them a nice bonus when they're coming up through here. And we need you, and copy and paste then that. I think most of these can be turned off. I don't think we're going to need that much power, so I'll just pause it for now. These are now empty, so they should have been moved into there. Moved it is not a word. Let's tidy that up. This needs to be shifted too, because it's kind of in the way now. This will take me 100 years to find out where it is in here. I believe it was this one. Yes, it was. Yeah, I don't really want to put it there, but if it went in the back, sneak it in the back here. So clay's next to door, that'll be okay. Charcoal, it's a bit far away from down here, but it'll be fine. That opens all of that back up. Gears is still a problem. Fair enough. Thought it might be, but never mind. Do that, that, and that. That connects all that back up. These are going to come out. They're just going to go. They're going to take their dear sweet time, because the gears again. These guys should be rocking and rolling down here, which they are. Given that we need 24/7 working, we have 2 spare beaver bots. Let's do that. That should mean we've got 24/7 working. There's a little fuel depot there. That's for those really, but let's duplicate that. This is a spare square. That will do for us. That should keep these guys up and running. You guys have nothing to do, you say? What's this down here? Are we full of wheat? Yes, we are. Okay, fine. That's because I didn't rebuild him. Pause you. We don't need the power. It's better to have it and not need it, etc., etc. So, that's that done. We need more storage up here, but these were finished goods, I believe. Or raw goods, more specifically. Let's go with can't remember what we was whistling, but wheat. So you got lots. You will have bell peppers. Should be in here. I know I did take them out. All right, fine. Let's. Remove those. You could be for bell peppers. And I'm hoping that's all the storage. So 1200. That's going to be 1200 when we get some. We do, I think, need this here grist mill. So underneath here, we've got 2. What's this? Wheat flour. What's this? We're also making wheat flour, but there's nobody in there. Okay, because we're down 1,000,000 jobs. Okay, fine. We have aboard bots, so let's turn this into builder bots. And I very much would love to get bots working in here, so just leave that like it is for now, but that's that unlocked, and then these are doable by the bots anyway, so this is going to be an interesting one, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. So we need 13 bots to be able to deal with the trees so that we can get the beavers doing other stuff. But at least it's all maxed for now, so that'll be okay. So we need more grist mills. The 2 downstairs are going to be for that, and these guys can be for the cornmeal. And with the power of power, they should be all good. May have not been a wise idea to put these here. We could shift them at some point, I suppose, if we just build across all this. It's easy doable. And if we're doing that, the juice is... What are you? Apple juice, corn juice, beet and radish. Could be just as easy to connect them up and put them up here. Which is what I think I'll do actually. So let's change the design slightly. Put them in, and we'll just pause these. Once they're all built, we'll just pause those. We can rip them out. We will need to do something about power down there, but we can worry about that at another point if we need the space. Or we want to build more across, which is probably the option. These kilns don't need too much space. If we were to put you around here... You're much closer to the charcoal and whatnot that's over this section, so that's going to be... That's going to be the good move for us, I think, so let's do that. Let's just rip out those. I didn't anticipate making it this... making this slightly more efficient at this point, but never mind. It'll be okay. Although I do need someone to come in and actually rip these out for me, please. No, I know it's the middle of the night. Thank you, and thank you. demolish these bad boys. Like so. And then we can get this guy on this side. Bricks and charcoal, that'll be good. We can then pause these. It's just beavers and jobs, which is the problem. We got any babies growing up? Not particularly. That's okay. Phoenix Distillery, I guess, could be moved. Seeing as you don't need power, it's just... In fact, no, we can just leave it there. Be alright. We'll leave it. It's fine. These should be now all good. Not sure what else from a food point of view needs power. I think we're fine. If we were to do that, then we can at least move the industry up here. Again, with these engines, we're probably okay. Let's just pause that. We don't need that much power. To be fair, we don't need the... We don't need that either. Should be okay. We'll keep an eye on it though. If it gets out of hand, we will fix it. Alright, let's go back to Bot City down here. We should have things in here rocking and rolling. So 2 more in production, that's good. Still no gears, but that's fine. I would like this to be obtained. We are going to need to get bots into these eventually. They're quite expensive. We could technically afford it. I mean, actually, yes, we could. But it'll slow down quite a lot. You've got nothing to do, but that's because you can't reach anything, so let's fix that. You can be for bots, and you can be gone. So you should run straight into there, get all that sorted. Good, good. Getting those out is going to be interesting. That's all gone, so goodbye to you, and goodbye to you. Interesting how more of this is now green than it ever was before, but never mind. Odd. We have a board bot, so I guess you can... Okay, the board there. Get you in here. They are going to need something in here to keep them charged. We stopped planting this one. Just something on each tier. Yeah, so once they get ripped out, that'll be a-okay. Let's just duplicate these, because these should be plantable. Nobody can reach that, but never mind. It's going to be is what it is on that one. That is correct, there are no paths, but we can fix that by just doing that for now. If we run it all the way up, we can do. That'll join that up quite nicely. And then start to pause all of those. What's paused? Ah, yes, power. That's okay. Right, okay, that's that done. So, with that done and our additional good stuff here, I think the time has come to lay in this. Yes, please. Now, getting this to work is going to be fun. It needs 600 to run, and it won't be finished this side of it, I don't believe, but we can only build up to 500. 1,000 is a bit of an extravagance for it, but I believe it still technically works without it being fully powered. Which may or may not be a bit of a swizz, but kind of is what it is. We just need to figure out how best to provide power. On this tower of power that we need to get it plumbed in somehow. If we were to get... If we were to get that installed, like so, and we get a little two-way stop. Also like so. Well, that's that integrated, so that works. We just need to figure out how power would work. Without making it stupid, so let's... Not want to build that just yet. No, could just do that actually. Let's say it's hideous, it'll work. Plumb that straight in the back like that. Yep, alright. That'll do. Along those lines, not like that. Path that up. And then we'll just do that and just say fuel can go into here. Obtain, copy, paste. That shouldn't take them too long. Everything is buildable from underneath. Gears are a problem, but, you know, bots are on it. I believe in them. But I think that should be done by the next episode. The rest of that should slot in not too far behind it. Gears are going to be a problem, as ever. But other than that, production seems to be fine. Planks are mostly keeping up as long as we don't keep spending them. Logs are on the way up anyway, so that's fine. We have a spare bot. If we get bots in here, then we should Let's just flip them all now. There's enough logs to cope with this while the bots get built, I think. If not, we'll flip them back. It's probably a waste of their time, but 24/7 wood cutting is going to be okay for our needs. To be fair, I don't think you need to exist, so let's just get rid of that. And they can't get to that, so that'll help though. Okay. That's all that moved. Everything's moving and grooving up here. We are making all the food at this point. It will be once that's finished, don't you worry. That has a giant area of effect, so that'll be nice. We'll probably do something similar to the what we've just done there, but on a bigger scale for the big boy monument. This thing. But we're not quite there yet. I want to get this fixed. I want to move all of the boring jobs out for this. Have we got things marked for cutting up here still? Ah, okay. We do need someone in there. That should fix that problem. There's nothing for you to cut, so we can get rid of that. This is a bit of an abomination up here, but it'll be okay. You shouldn't be cut at all now, because you are all apple trees. Should be nothing up here left to cut. Perfect. Good. Fantastic. Leave them to it. Down here, we could probably look at getting somewhere. There is... If we put in... Why can't you go down here? Oh, well, you're quite tall. You're a tall boy, I see. But technically, I guess we need to deal with taking the roof off this just a little bit more. Or we just say, you know what? We could just live down here. You are going to make lubricant. And that's the lube. What is the recipe for this? Where have you gone? Pine resin and canola oil. Okay, and extract. So we need those raw goods down here. Don't think that's going to need too much, but let's maple syrup, extract, somewhere in here. Where has it gone? Yeah, pine resin. Okay. The pine resin should be able to get into... Has pine resin got a small storage? Let's just... We only have 50. All right. Okay. Fine. Well, we'll big that up. Probably never be full, but it'll be okay. I don't think pine resin's really used elsewhere. I know it's been ripped out. In fact, I don't even know where it's coming out. We will need pines, actually. We don't have many of them. Maybe worth with those apples then, ripping some of this out and turning it into pine storage. Right, look at doing that next time. Looks like the well-being's on its way up, so that's good. You're stuck behind gears, you're stuck behind gears, and so are you. A-okay. Cool beans. Right, well, in that case, I think for this episode we'll call it here. It's been just over an hour, according to the counter on OBS, but we have achieved great things, I think, personally. Most of the storage and industry is now moved up here. We've got to move this bit up here, which will come with these engines. Moving these up on here, because they're quite tall boys, makes sense. I don't think these would fit underneath. Let's just... Yeah, they wouldn't, so we need to cover all this anyway. Maybe that this underground bit wasn't a great idea, or we just say we'll just run it on the bottom bit anyway and tidy all that up. So that will be next time's job. Finishing that is also next time's job, and getting more beavers, or more bots, into lame jobs such as tree cutting and tree planting down here, just to keep this area going. Fixing that, and I think we're moving and grooving as we should be. Looks like they finally laid this, so let's, before we leave, blow all that. Beautiful. An achievement of 200 dynamite in a single day, so that was good. We couldn't reach that, but we could put a path in for it. Tell me you can't reach it now, I dare you. That shouldn't take them too long. Here they come. Okay, maybe they don't. Never mind, we'll leave them to it. We'll sort it out next time. We can also get beaver bots into these dangerous jobs. We are out of scrap, actually, so we do need someone in there. So we'll turn that back on for now. Luckily, the metal is holding up for now, so not too much of a problem. But, yeah, trees, mines, the whatever this is, Badwater rig, dangerous things. We'll get them out. Bio beavers out, bot beavers in. But cool, I will leave it there, and thank you very much for watching as always. If you have any comments, please chuck them down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.